I want to introduce Li Yang, the founder of the China Academy of Mineral Color. Li Yang is an advocate and a disseminator of mineral color painting. Presently, she serves as a distinguished expert teaching mineral color painting courses to university students at the Sichuan University of Culture and Arts in China. Her oil paintings, acrylic paintings, and mineral color paintings have been featured in numerous exhibitions, both domestically in China and internationally. Li Yang holds a specialized degree in fine arts education from Sichuan University, a graduate level certification in packaging and advertising design from the Academy of Arts and Design in China, and has pursued studies in the comprehensive painting language core course at the China Central Academy of Fine Arts, as well as attended multiple painting workshops at the Li Qiran Painting Institute. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Li Yang and to Lian Lu, who is our wonderful distinguished interpreter today.
Good morning, everyone. 我叫李阳，来自中国，是中国颜彩研究院的创始人，也是四川文化艺术学院的特聘专家。我终于来到向往已久的美国。在中国，很多人叫美国是美丽国或漂亮国，可见中国人民是非常喜欢美国的。
So she has all this background in art institute in China. By the way, I cannot translate everything because my background is not in art. It's actually was a psychology professor. So I try to translate the main thing, but not everything. But if you have a question, so you can ask me to try to clarify or just or expand a little bit. Okay. So you can read that she has this very extensive background in art training in China, and now she's in America. And it's very interesting that the Chinese translation for the United States, America, okay, in Chinese literally means the country of beauty. So America in China means beautiful. So it's a beautiful country in China. Yeah.
我于2017年接触到颜彩，在这之前，我也画油画、丙烯、坦培拉等。我被颜彩的晶体颗粒材质自身的美感所打动。可以说每一幅颜彩画都是无可复制的孤品，也可以说颜彩画是具有防伪功能的艺术品。因为每幅画颗粒的聚散和绘制过程中出现的随机效果是画家自己都不可能复制的。
So she, before she got involved in this mineral painting or rock painting, whatever, she painted oil, tempera, and acrylic, gouache, all sorts of media. And she was attracted to the rock colored painting because she was very attracted by the crystals of the rock. It's just so beautiful. And also this special way of painting has the advantage of not being fake. It's difficult to fake a rock painting. Okay? It's relatively easy to make a fake or copy, like a literal copy, okay, of an oil painting, and sometimes it sells better than the original. This is almost impossible, okay, for the rock painting, rock color painting. Yeah.
我希望让更多的艺术家了解和掌握这种绘画方式，在他们的创作中 多一种绘画语言的选择，所以我愿意去做一些颜彩画的交流活动。虽然我研究颜彩艺术和创作颜彩作品的时间不长，说明我还有更大的进步空间，也不妨碍我去做这件有意义的事。
So she just want to tell more people about this wonderful technique of a rock painting. Let more people know because it's very little known. Okay. She is the absolute expert in this area. Okay, and what's the 最后一句说的是什么？刚才although she has been involved in this activity for not a long time, just a short, relatively short time, she believes that she has a great potential to further extend the technique and get better and better.
开始讲座之前，要感谢我的朋友 Stanley Hansen。我俩在北京参加画展认识后，一直保持联系。疫情的几年里，我们联系更加密切，经常在线上交流，互相教对方自己的母语，交流艺术。我有一个想法，把中国古老的颜彩绘画的方式传播交流到其他国家。三弟知道后，积极为我联系相关机构和组织，也要感谢霍普学院给我提供这个到贵校交流和学习的机会。
So she knows Sandra Hansen in the exhibition in Beijing. Okay. And then after that, they have a lot of communications through Zoom meetings. And now she's in America, and she's very thankful to the Hope College and to provide this opportunity, and wishing that that she can spread the knowledge about the rock painting to more American artists and anyone interested in the technique. Yeah. So
我讲座的这个标题是一沙一石一世界。
Okay, the title of this presentation is One Sand, One Stone, One Word. forward.
颜彩泛指岩石的彩色微粒，是有色砂岩、有色土、有色矿物质的总称。
So rock refers to the color, the particle, rock color, generally refers to the color, the particles of the rocks, which is the general term or umbrella term for colored sandstones, colored soil, and colored minerals. All right. You don't want to listen to Chinese? All right. So what is a rock colored rock painting? Okay. Colored rock painting refers to works of art painted with colored ground rocks. The rock has to be ground first, okay? To make the color, and then apply to paper, cloth, wooden boards, rocks, metal, and other material as support. And anyway, as long as it can be used in any sort of a visual art, including installation and performance art, it can be called colored rock painting. Yeah. Or colored rock art, not necessarily painting. Yeah.
首先我们来看看岩彩画的起源。
Now she's going to talk about the origin of colored rock art. I think the rock art is better translation than mineral art. Mineral seems to be too narrow. Well, as I said, I cannot translate everything. It's just a little bit too much for me. Okay, so anyway, it starts from prehistory, okay, before we have a written history. And after our ancestors lost their body hair through evolution, they found it's based on their intuition, okay, it's useful. It's just good, okay, to apply colored soils on their body. It has decorative functions, and it also serves the function of a camouflage. Okay, and and also can use these colors to scare the enemies. Okay, and yeah.
Do you mix the ground rock with some kind of solvent?
She will be talking about this.
Oh, she's coming to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so some tribes in Africa and Australia, the indigenous people, still have this custom. Okay, and okay, so this is the part of how this is made. Okay, so tens of thousands of years ago, when our ancestors start to make paint, okay, they first ground the rocks into very fine powder, okay, and then mixed it with the waters found in the cave, okay, and animal fat, vegetable juice, and blood, even blood, okay, and urine sounds disgusting, and to facilitate the paint to appear on the surface of the rock. Yeah. Okay, so how do we know when colored rock painting started? Okay, so this is all based on science using the radioactive isotope tracing of the carbons. Carbons, like the blood takes carbon, right? Okay, and the urine also has a lot of carbon, and so you can trace the age of the carbon in these solvents to indirectly know the age of these rock paintings. Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah.
旧石器时代的这个世界各地的岩彩画，有这几个国家的壁画作为代表。
So she's talking about the prehistory of the technique, and mentioned all sorts of rock paintings in all over the world, including Australia, Indonesia, France. That's something probably most people know. Lascaux, good, rock cave paint, and yeah, France and Spain. Good. Now she's talking about Australia. So yeah, this is a pretty famous rock painting found in northern Australia, Kakadu National Park. Yeah. And so, yeah, the image represents some sort of a divinity, okay, God. Okay. And this is found in France, southern France, Lascaux. Yeah, it's Lascaux cave painting. Spanish Altamira, yeah, I think it's Altamira, cave painting. So that's another Spanish cave painting, and you can see that it's very good. It's almost a modern. Yeah. Again, Spanish Altamira, yeah, I think, cave painting. Okay, so the previous few slides all comes from 80,000 to something like that, or 50,000 year to 8,000 years ago. Okay, what's called the Paleolithic, okay, age by archaeologists, and this is from what's called a Mesolithic, okay, Mesolithic age. Okay, somewhat more recent, but still very old. This is from Spain, 11, I think, 11 time rock painting. Yeah. This is from Africa, Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert. All right. Okay, now she's talking about the colored rock material. It's used in Chinese painting. Okay. So colored rock painting in China has a long history. It's can be traced to Banpo village, which is a very famous archaeological site near Xi'an. Xi'an was the capital of six dynasties of China. Okay. Okay. Terracotta, okay. Was found in Xi'an. Okay. And so I think she's talking about like a rock mineral paintings in general. Okay, so just anything that has to do with the elements in the rock, pigments in the rock. So it's found in ceramics, rock paintings, and even silk paintings on silk, okay, which is a big deal in China. Okay. So, and it's also found in kilt, grotto paintings. Kilt grotto was, I think, in Xinjiang. Yeah, in Xinjiang. Yeah, Xinjiang. And it's considered to be a peak of art in Central Asia. Okay. It's something grand in Central Asia. Okay. Probably not very well known here in America. And this is one of the examples. It's digged up, okay, from the Banpo village near Xi'an. Okay, and it's clay, the pottery, ceramic, whatever, And the pattern you see there's a human face and a fishbone pattern mix it together. This is found in Yunnan. Yeah, Yunnan. Yunnan is in the south of China. The south. Okay. It's close to Vietnam. Rock paintings. Okay. So about 3,800 years ago. Okay. This is from Guangxi. Guangxi is also in south of China, South China. Guangdong is like Guangdong, Guangxi. That's all in south of China. Guangxi is also close to Vietnam. Yeah, it's Changyuan in Guangxi, and what they use is oh, yeah. So she's talking about the material this prehistory artists use. It's a sort of a mixture of iron oxide with animal blood. Okay, mixture of some kind of chemical compound containing iron. Okay, mixed with animal blood. Okay. Yeah, so this is from another site, archaeological site from Guangxi, and they have 38 different sites where they found the rock paintings, and they're very big. It can be as high as 44 meters in height, and as wide as 170 meters. Yeah, so again, the same material, and they also apply grass and bird feathers. Oh no, they use grass and bird feathers to dip into the blood mixture and apply them to the rock. Yeah, so yeah, this is from Changsha, Ma Wangdui. I don't know how to translate it into English, but anyway, this is a very well-known archaeological finding, and among the findings that there's a painting. It's on silk. This is on silk, okay, and yeah, more than 2,000 years ago. Changsha is the capital of Hunan province. Yeah, it's in central China. Yeah, central China. Yeah, so I guess this is something worn by some kind of yeah. It's worn by very rich ladies, I guess. Yeah, and so yeah, the colors they use is interesting. It include vermilion, stone blue. It's a very special pigment used in very special blue, okay, in China, called siqing. Okay. And they may also use a plant pigment. Pigment is like it's very special yellow. Okay. I think it's a gambush, something like that. It's a very vibrant yellow. Okay. And the synthetic pigment to draw patterns on this silk material. This is from Kyoto Grotto in Xinjiang. Xinjiang is in the west of China, just above Tibet. Okay. Yeah, this is from 300 AD. Yeah, 300, yeah, relatively recent. And yeah, this is very famous, and this is not, probably not even from yeah. Anyway, this is Central Asia, and it's Uzbek. It's like Uzbek grotto. Now it's part of the former Soviet Union. Okay. And oh, yeah, the person is horizontal. This I don't know whether it was this. Do you 你知道这个人是那个横向的，是原来就这样的，还是要倒过？Yeah,为什么？
大概他们就是这样一个构图。
It's just for good composition. Yeah.
They don't think he doesn't look dead. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is like has a Buddhist theme. You look like, yeah. I don't know exactly what. Yeah, another rock painting from the same. And yeah, another cave. They have like many hundreds of different caves. This is just from another cave. Yeah. And they use mainly warm color, including some sort of sienna and yeah, ochre red ochre, okay, and some special orangish yellow color, which can also be used as a Chinese medicine. Yeah, this is from another tilt grotto from Xinjiang, and cave number 38. I'm sorry, Kizil. Okay, Kizil grottos. Okay, from 4th century AD. Celestial beings of Dharma listening before the main hall. Okay, Dharma is from Buddhist culture.
Tattoo.
Know what the tattoo looking like thing was on the arms of on the last slide? Did it have a symbolism? The red tattoo type things?
Yeah. 他说这个上面的这个纹身，是意味着什么？你知道吗？
这个不是纹身，是他戴在手臂上的一种装饰品。
Oh, this is not tattoo. This is some sort of yeah. It's the blue. 你看他问那个就是说这个蓝颜色这个是怎么弄来的？
这个蓝颜色是青金石，用青金石做的蓝色。
Yeah, so it comes from a special kind of a rock. I don't know what exactly it is. It's a special, yeah. Yeah.
I was reading the all the stuff that Liang had written for this talk, and it does say that they used lapis lazuli in many of the paintings ground up.
We also have a question from online. Is painting on silk still very popular in China? And if so, have the techniques to keep the painting vibrant changed?
有个人在网上问，就是说这个就是在丝绸上面画这种丝绸画，是不是还是很流行？如果是的话，就是说他们就是说这个 technique 就是说就是这个技术，就是说然后让它就是说能够保存的很久，这种技术是不是现在也有更好的技术？
这个颜料呢，它在壁画上，加工出来的不是很精细，不是特别细的粉末，但是如果画在丝绸上、绢上，它会把这个青金石加工成很细的粉末，它才能附着在这个植物纤维上面。这个颜料呢，它可以保存的时间很长。
She said that for apply this color onto silk, the powder has to be ground to be very fine, very fine, and so that and once it's applied to silk, it can be it's almost a permanent. Yeah, this is just from another Kizil grotto, another cave. I think it's you can see seashells and pearls. Can you see pearls and the seashell? And they are depicted as to mean that the some kind of characters in sort of a palace in the sea. Okay. Palace. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Kizil grotto paintings. This is from 700 AD. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with what they imagine to look like in the heaven, in the palace of the East Sea. And they use a lot of this blue we mentioned, and also a special green. It's it's a special green, and the green, yeah, and so yeah, the tone is relatively cool. Yeah, the green color in addition to those greens that comes from what's called peacock stone. Okay, I don't know what peacock is. And there's also the greens that are extracted from coppers submerged in salted waters. This is from early Tang Dynasty. This is relatively late. Okay. From more Gao Grotto. Okay. Again, okay. It's Xinjiang. Dunhuang. Yeah, it's also in Xinjiang. Okay. And yeah, this is Buddha. Yeah. Okay. Buddha, okay, you see the red coat, okay, from Buddha. And this was painted in the special green. It's almost, it's called a Zhu in Chinese. It very much look like a vermilion. Okay. Yeah, yeah. And see, after 1,000 years, it still look very bright.
I'm wondering how the artwork is being preserved over the years and what's being done to make sure that it's protected.
Yeah. 就是大家想知道这些画是怎么，就是说现在怎么保护的，就是说，就是说有没有什么，就是说专门的人去，就是说，因为这个东西很快就会坏掉嘛，就是说，年代一长，然后就坏了，然后怎么保存下来？
据我所知，现在敦煌研究院，他们呢是专门有一些人做这方面的保护工作，但是他们的保护呢，仅仅是在它出现问题之后去修复，基本上是这样的。
So she said, as far as she knows, there's a special institute for art preservation and the restoration, and but typically they only start to do something after they found the problems with this process after it's painted. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is another Tang Dynasty rock painting, cave painting of Buddha. Be quiet. This is a fragment of a mural, okay, again from the same archaeological site in Xinjiang, Mogao Ku. Yes, you can see the person who's playing pipa. Pipa is a very well-known traditional Chinese musical instrument. Okay, but she's playing it in an unusual way on the back. Yeah. And the person is a sort of a Chinese geisha. Yeah, this is from the same place, Dunhuang area, again in Xinjiang. Murals, most of the murals in Dunhuang area are made of a local natural rock color material. Stanwei Mountain in Dunhuang is the source of 1,000-year-old mural paint. The paint colors are created from red earth, blue stone, lapis lazuli, copper chloride, kaolin, etc., etc. These are common mineral sources in Stanwei Mountain area. Pigments are mainly divided into imported gemstones, natural ores, and artificially manufactured compounds. Chinese were skilled in creating pigments, production skill, chemical technology more than 1,600 years ago. These pigments are extremely stable and do not fade, which is why these murals can last thousands of years. Yeah, so this is this is a very famous painting. It's a landscape of the scenes along Yangtze or Yellow River, I forgot. Okay, thousands of miles. Okay, and it's from Song Dynasty by the famous Chinese artist Wang Shimen.他问这个山是不是真的是这样蓝颜色的？
不是，山不是蓝颜色的，是画家自己根据自己的这个想象去为它着的这个颜色。
It's not really that blue. It's mainly come from the imagination of the artist.
Is the brown at the bottom, is that water?
下面这个棕色的
It looks like there's a fishing rod down there.
是水还是个什么东西啊？下面这个
下面这个像鱼鳞这个纹路的是水。
Yeah, this pattern is almost like a fish scale, yeah, but it basically symbolizes water. Representative murals in China include murals of Yongle Palace in Weichang, Shanxi Province, and murals of Fahai Temple in Beijing, but the murals are painted by layering colors were made mainly in the early murals in China when it was a colorful artwork. We trace the painting method of the Chinese colors and also copy and learn from these murals. All right, now she's going to talk about the structure of a dry fresco. So the support, so the painting it's made of several different things, including support body, which is coarse, support body, coarse mud layer, fine mud layer, background color layer, and pigment layer. Multiple layers. So the existing mural structure included a pigment layer, a white powder layer, and a ground layer. The white powder layer is coated with a plaster. The ground layer includes a fine mud layer and a coarse mud layer, which is in figure 2. The fine mud layer is made of a fine soil mixed with an appropriate amount of hemp fiber. The coarse mud layer is thick, made of soil, sand mixed with wheat grass. Measures are taken to prevent cracks by adding knife and wheat grasses. Okay, now she's talking about the problem of mural discoloration, how to deal with mural discoloration. According to the investigation and analysis of experts from the Institute of Conservation of Dunhuang Research Institute, there are the following reasons for discoloration. Number 1, sun exposure to sunshine, and humidity changes can cause the discoloration of paintings. Light irradiation is the main reason for mural fading. Often, color paintings are seriously discolored by being exposed to light. For example, some red and white pigments in the front of the cave have turned black after thousands of years. Painting in the back of the cave are relatively well preserved. Human factors that cause a blackening are fires in the cave and the smoking. Because the Mogao Grotto are located in Gobi Desert, wind causes the mural pigment to fall off. Some pigment evaporate and gradually fade or even disappear. Most of the black we see now may be the result of a discoloration of a pigment containing lead. Because some skin color pigments contain a lead auxiliary, I don't know, yeah, and the calm powder, which will oxidize and become black after a long time. Stone yellow turns black and brown. Purple gum rouge and lead white will both turn black and after a long time from lead elixir. Okay. Elixir, is that right?
Elixir.
Elixir, okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's an elixir usually is a liquid of some sort of mixture.
Anyway, many of these pigments will turn black.
Yes.
Mm.
The one on the left, it appears that was in the back of a cave, whereas the one on the right was closer to the front. And so it got more damaged. But on some of the pictures we saw, there seemed to be black spots, and those came from the lead. Eventually it decayed, and then I'm sorry. There were other colors that would decay and turn black from the light that might get it onto it when it's in the front of the cave where the light could hit it.
Right now, she's going to talk about the current situation of the Chinese rock painting. The Chinese painting method of layering color reached its peak in the Tang Dynasty. About more than 1,000 years ago. And in the Song, Yuan, Ming, and the Qing dynasties, the use of mineral colors gradually moved from brilliant to weak. Literary painting based on ink. Literary is a Chinese scholar painting. Yeah. Based on ink has emerged and become the mainstream. When it becomes the mainstream. Literary paintings usually only use 5 colors of ink. In their eyes, the colors is just a complement of ink, which is not so important. The cultural exchange between China and Japan have a long history. With the spread of Buddhism to the East and Japan's envoy to the Tang Dynasty, this pigment making method and painting method were brought back to Japan. And it has been inherited and developed to this day. After China's reform and the opening up, students studying in Japan brought this painting method and the pigment making technology back to China. So in order to distinguish it from traditional heavy color painting, the method of using coarse and a fine-grained pigment is called rock painting. So it's exported to Japan and now back to China. Students in Japan have brought this form of a painting back to China, and it has been nearly 30 years of development. For Chinese people, this art form is both ancient and novel, and accepting new things requires a gradual process. before I went to Sichuan Institute of Culture and Art, the school did not offer rock color courses. To this day, there are many colleges and universities that do not offer rock color classes. Several artists who have returned from studying in Japan have been firmly committed to promoting this traditional Chinese color painting method for decades. Thanks to their unremitting efforts and make this ancient art form new vitality and vitality in China. We should keep their name in mind. Wang Xiongfei, Hu Mingzhe, Chen Wenguan, Zhao Ming, etc. So yeah, here are some pioneers of modern China's rock painting. Wang Xiongfei graduated from Tama University of Fine Art in Japan with a major in rock painting and returned to China after working in the local pigment processing factory for several years. It has taken more than 10 years for rock painting to travel all over China and for artists to investigate and study all kinds of mineral rock stones to analyze in detail the origin type, performance, composition, and the production process of the mineral, to conduct in-depth research on the pigment chromology varieties to process production and the usage methods. They have also developed many new material pigment varieties. They have laid the most critical early foundation for the development of a new Chinese rock painting. In 1998, Wang Xiongfei began to preside over the teaching of advanced research class of Chinese rock painting in the Chinese Institute of Art, Science, and Technology and Art Development Center of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, and has held 35 sessions so far. For more than 30 years, he has done a large number of public welfare undertaking for the promotion and the revival of rock painting, which has played a great role in the education and development of rock painting. This another pioneer, Hu Mingzhe, the professor of a Central Academy of Fine Arts, the most prestigious art institute in China. Special professor of Shanghai Academy of Fine Art and the vice dean of the Keren Academy of Painting. After returning from Japan, she actively devoted herself to the creation and education of rock painting and edited a set of rock painting course teaching system, which had a profound impact on artists who love rock painting. Another person, Chen Wenguan. Chen Wenguan graduated from the Department of Chinese Painting of Guangzhou Academy of Fine Art in 1983 and staying in the school to teach in 1991. He graduated from the Graduate School of Japanese Painting of the National Tokyo University and of the Arts in Japan, obtained a master's degree and completed a doctoral program in 1994. During this period, he wrote the Hiroyama Eco Scholarship from Tokyo University of Art. He used to be associate professor, master's supervisor, and the director of the mural studio of the School of Chinese Painting and in Guangzhou Academy of Fine Arts. Chen Wenguang's painting style integrates the artistic characteristics of many countries in the East. He uses color subjectivity with clear concept, okay, forming a gorgeous color language characteristic. He said, give foreplay to the aesthetic performance of a rock color material, to the extremely touching and show the unique artistic charm of rock color painting. His work has had a profound impact on the new generation of rock color artists.
就是上面画的这一幅马，被美国的一个藏家收藏了。陈文光老师的很多作品，大部分的藏家在美国。
So the painting above was collected by an institute in this country. Okay. Most of his paintings are collected by institute or individuals in the United States.
The question is, what is the painting of? Oh, what is it on? What is the painting?
在纸上还是布上还是什么时候？
他们有的是在麻纸上绘画，有的是在布上绘画。
麻纸。
麻纸。
Okay. So it's on the special paper, the sort of hand paper made of hand. Okay. And others, the lower ones could be on cloth.
这种麻纸呢，它比较厚，纤维很长，这个互相拉扯，所以在绘画的过程中可以洗、可以打磨、可以水冲，
So yeah, this hand paper contains a very long and coarse fibers okay, to form a network. So that's why they can do something like erase and I don't know, like just do some heavy duty. Yeah. So yeah, it's not rice paper. It's very tough. It's very tough. Yeah. Another person, Zhuo Ming. Zhuo Ming is a highly respected Chinese artist in Japan. He is currently a member of a Japan Painting Creation Association, a judge of the Japanese art exhibition of the International Academy of Culture, and the author of Tradition to Chinese Rock Painting. He also serves as the lecturer of the Graduate School of the Tokyo University of Art, a special professor of advanced class of rock color painting of the Central Academy of Fine Art, and a visiting researcher at the Institute of Art of the Dunhuang Academy of China. As a rock color artist, I admire Mr. Zhuo Ming very much. He has written many articles of high academic attitude and values. He is tireless in promoting the inheritance of China's excellent culture and art, and has made outstanding contributions.
If I understand you right, you're using ground up rock to create a color, and then the artist uses it. What medium do they put that rock in? Is it liquid when the artist uses it? Is it a cake of what they call cakes? How does the pigment come to the artist?
So, 他问就是说这个岩石是 是那个怎么就是说那个就是画家是怎么用的？是放在一个什么玻璃的器皿里面啊，然后怎么跟其他的东西混在一起，最后弄到那个纸上，或者就是说这个过程是怎么样的？就是说，
这个后面我会讲到原彩画的材料部分。
就 she said she's going to talk about the procedures later. So now she's talking about the material first. The raw color is divided into the following three types: colored minerals, natural mineral pigment, and artificial mineral pigments, both of which are mineral aggregates, all of which have visible crystals, that is, crystal characteristics visible to the naked eye. Artificial mineral pigments they are new rock and the water dry colors. So the second type is colored sandstone. Colored sandstone. Sand is the particles of the surface rock weathering, and the course is sand. And the number three, colored soil. Soil is the particles that after weathering, after the surface is weathered. Okay. And the fine soil, yeah, basically very fine soil. That include the red ochre, green soil. I don't know about the loess. Each hue of a rock color is divided into 14 color spheres, okay, according to different particle size. The coarser the particle, the darker the color, and the higher the saturation. Okay. The finer the article, the lighter the color, and the lower the saturation. Although the pigment is mixed with glue as a medium, it is not soluble. But water falling apart, water falling out. Okay. Crystal particles of different sizes of unevenness in the picture represent their unique material and mottled beauty, which has a strong visual and tactile effects. Okay, so this is where the blue comes. Yeah, blue copper ore.
这些都是下面这几个小碟子里面的颜料，都是我买的矿物岩石自己做的。
Yeah, so she bought this azurite blue copper ore and made the pigment herself by grinding. This is malachite, is a special stone. Malachite. Okay. Chinese has a very beautiful name. It's called a peacock rock, peacock stone.
做这些颜料很辛苦。最后这一个呢，是把那个孔雀石，我们会加温，让它得到另外一个想要的色相，就是你加温的，温度越高，它会逐渐的变深。
They heat up the powder, and the higher the temperature, the darker the color. This is another mineral what shall we call material, the coral. Okay, so they also ground coral to make this kind of a red color.
Are they still allowed to use coral because of the coral reefs that they're trying to protect?
那问的是，现在那个是不是还用这个珊瑚礁？因为现在不是有的人要保护这个珊瑚礁吗？
是的，现在珊瑚很难买到了。
Yeah, so now it's becoming more difficult to buy the coral.
做这些颜料呢，确实很辛苦，但是我很享受这个过程。
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do this pigment from the raw material. But she enjoy it. That's another the media, the solvent for the pigment is a kind of glue. The sources of glue are mainly animal glue, including rabbit glue, fish glue, deer glue, and 3,000 kinds made of the skin bones of animals and fish. The main component is bone collagen, which plays an adhesive role. Plant glue, like peach glue and chemical synthetic glue, are also used. Yeah.
这三种是胶的三种不同的形态。
All right, so these are the shape of these yeah, 3 different glues. Yeah, now she's talking about the support substrate, okay, that include paper, silk, cloth, wooden board, mud, rock, and many more, etc. The hemp paper, and wooden board, and metal that include gold, silver, gold foil, silver foil, copper foil, tin foil, gold mud, and silver mud. Other tools, these are okay. Those brush, okay, other tools. This one.
这个叫洒金筒，它有不同的目数，在画面上根据自己创作的需要，可以把这个金箔放在洒金筒里面，然后它有大小不同的孔，我们就可以得到不同的效果。
Okay. So the tools on the left is a special container where they put the gold mud into it. And on one end of this container, there are tiny holes. And so they can blow from one side to blow this fine gold mud onto the surface. Blow it. So that's ancient method. Method of color application. Yeah, so she's talking about method of color application and the principles of a color development in mineral pigment. In rock pigment painting, the layers progress from fine particles at the bottom to coarser particles at the top by using glue in a first rich, then thin manner. The glue is thicker in the lower layers and gradually becomes more diluted as it progresses upward. A good coloring effect is achieved when particles adhere to each other in a dot-like manner, allowing colors and the light from the underlying layers to be visible through the gaps and the uneven particles on the surface.
但是我们在具体作画的过程当中呢，也不会完全按照这个规律来画，有时候也有可能把粗颗粒放在下面，细颗粒放在上面，这个都根据自己画面的需要。
Well, this is just a rule of thumb. Okay, it's in the actual process of a painting, sometimes they can reverse the process. Teaching.
下面这些呢，都是我为3个这个颜彩班的同学教学，同学们的一些画。
Talking about the accomplishments from the 3 classes she taught. Yeah, 他说这个是都是
学生临摹的敦煌壁画。
Oh, okay, so this is actually the copies made by her students of this, to copy the paintings from the Dunhuang murals in Xinjiang.
这个是临摹的秋瓷壁画，新疆的秋瓷壁画。
Okay, so the copies of another cave painting or rock painting from in Xinjiang. 秋瓷。
这幅也是秋瓷壁画临摹的。
Another copy. 对，是临摹。Okay, another copy of this is probably 观音是吧？这是观音。
这个应该是文法天人。
Anyway, it's some kind of Buddhist character.
这个是临摹的敦煌的飞天。
Yeah, it's a copy of a flying person. Yeah, she's flying. Another copy of Dunhuang cave paintings.
敦煌壁画里有很多飞天，在不同时期有不同的造型的飞天。
Yeah, so flying to the heaven, that's a main theme in Dunhuang murals, and there's just a lot of them. This is just one of them.
So I have a question. Do your students actually go to the grottos or the caves and sit there and sketch it out, or are they looking at a facsimile of the painting?
他问你的学生是不是真的到那个敦煌去坐在那个洞里面，临摹，还是就是临摹那个印刷品？
现在是不可以到洞窟里面去临摹的，只能按照这个印刷品临摹，或者是到洞窟里面去看了之后把它记忆，把色彩记下来，然后自己再出去临摹。
So that now it's prohibited to get into the cave for preservation reasons, and so the best that they can do is to copy from printed material, or in some cases they go to the place and then try to memorize the colors and the figures, and then do the copy after they got out of the cave.
这幅也是秋瓷壁画临摹的。
That's another copy.
这幅是敦煌壁画。 临摹
She's
的。
talking about the two different grottos. One is Qiuci and the other is Donghuang. This is another Donghuang. Yeah, the Donghuang.
秋瓷的。
Okay.
这幅也是飞天。
Yeah, another image is about flying to the heaven. This one.
这个是佛教故事里面的一个场景。
Okay. Anyway, it's a story of Buddhist scripts.
这个是我跟学校一起做的一个研采项目，这个带着几个学生做了一些跟非遗相关的枪绣，用颜彩来表现这个枪绣。
什么是枪绣？
就是绣品的一种少数民族的羌族他们的绣品。
Okay. And so this is a project she did with her student in the school, and it's a pattern popular or made by a minority people in China, the Chang. Most of Chinese are Han Chinese, and this is a pattern popular in the minority people.
这幅是一个学生，他学了这种技法之后呢，自己创作的一幅作品。他的灵感来源自那个画像砖，就是古代的砖像，那个砖上面有一些绘画他看了之后，他的灵感就来源于这个。
So this is the work of one of her students, and it's inspired by some ancient paintings or on bricks, on brick paintings, inspired by old brick paintings.
To ask if we're almost out of time, and I'm going to ask if there are some questions. Is that all right, Li Young?
他希望就是那个让大家多问点问题。
Okay.
马上就结束了。
Yeah, it will be done very soon.
Okay.
快一点。
Okay.
这一幅和这两幅是我上课画的教学范画。
Yeah, yeah, this is all paintings from for classes. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
因为时间快到。
OK. 这一幅也是我画的那个临摹了敦煌壁画。敦煌壁画我们临摹呢有3种方式，一种是意象临摹，这一幅就是意象临摹，还有一幅是线状临摹，还有一种是复原临摹，这一幅就是属于意象临摹。
Another copy, but we have 3 different kind of copies. One is like a literary copies, and this is just a copy. It's a sort of a gist, a copy of the gist of the original. Okay. I think it's another copy, right? So it's a临摹.
是。
Yeah, another copy. Yes.
这2幅是我用坦皮拉画的。
tempera. This is all her artwork in tempera.
嗯
Yeah, yeah, different medium, tempera.
嗯啊后面这几幅都是用颜彩创作的
Oh,
啊
this is a rock color.
我很高兴中央美院我的老师把这一幅画作为他的教学案例。
Okay, so this is used by a professor in Central Academy of Fine Art as a fine example of rock painting.
嗯 OK,
That's all.
Okay,
thanks.
all right. What kind of questions do you have for Leah? No. No questions? Some of your work on display in printing?
那个你
No.
Is your work on display? Is it
你的这些
exhibited?
有没有你的画在那个这次在那个你们开会的地方展览？
这些画都没有带过来。
She did not have these paintings with her on this trip.
我给他们讲一讲这个绘画的过程。我带了，给你们看一下这个绘画的这个过程。这个是我们画好之后的一个图形，用它呢把它拷贝到这个纸上或者是布上。
So she's talking the process. The first have to copy the pattern onto the paper or cloth.
这个是用赭石做的一个勾线。嗯
Yeah, this yeah. Anyway, first to create the pattern and then copy onto the support.
然后呢，在这里面填上自己需要的颜色和色调。
And then fill in the colors.
这个我只是做了一个简单的这个形式，因为过来讲座的时间很短，所以只是做了一个很简单的颜色的重叠。
So this is just an example. It's the actual ones are, I guess it's much bigger. This just shows the process.
When I was in China this winter, I spent a month with Liang and we went to a biennial of rock color paintings. And it was all modern art and it was just astounding and beautiful and amazing.
That's what 在中
It's
国
not a question.
Yeah, 他就说他在中国看到你们的画，他就觉得非常的震惊。
Oh, question. Do you apply the pigment with brushes?
是用那个画笔涂上去的，还是用什么其他的那个工具？
就只是用了一支毛笔。
Yeah, it's just a brush pen.
You can also use, make it wetter and drip and drabs. You can do just about anything that you could do with a regular painting in a studio.
I just want to thank her. I'm an artist myself, and you have given me a number of ideas.
他说就是说谢谢你这个介绍，说就是启发他也是个那个艺术家，然后他说他得到好多就很好的灵感。
You're welcome.
Well, I think we all would like to thank you. It's been very interesting. You covered from the prehistory to the modern, and it's fascinating that this is come back to China and that you're keeping it alive. Thank you so much, Leon. And thank you, Leon.
Thank you.